Hey, everybody, welcome to Bears Bros Podcast. I am half of the team. I am J-Dubs.
And I am Big Will.
And I am here as a Detroit Lions fan. Hot psych! No, listen, everybody, before we get started, I know. Beginning of the season, a good friend of mine, her name is Jess Jones, going to give her a shout out. We made a bet, and see, so, here we go. Hutchinson. At least I have Hutchinson. Okay? At least I have Hutchinson, and, it's not whoever, but we made a bet. And it was, if I lost, I had to go on everything that I am part of and wear this. And if she lost, she had to do the same thing. So here I am.
So now are you going to redo the bet for the second game?
Yep. Yeah, so I'll probably be right back here wearing the same jersey. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen.
And I was going to join forces with you, but I'm like, nah. Roma Dunze balled out. I was rocking it. So, but I got my drink because I'm going to need it for this talk.
Let's see what color this is, and I'll tell you what he's drinking.
I'm feeling blue, so.
Damn. He's drinking a Smurf drink. Damn.
After the way they played, I'm surprised I only had something to this.
Yeah.
But they are still the monsters of the Midway, so I rock my monster.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we are here. We're week 2 recap. You know what? I don't even want to go first. Because I'm just, I will. And then, I will. We watched the game, right? We were over there, right?
Yeah.
Right over there. First drive, Detroit comes down. Okay.
5 plays it took for them to score.
And we get the ball. Looked pretty good.
We answered nicely. The Roma Dunze touchdown, like I said, balled out.
Yeah. And what happened after that? Because I just started drinking.
So it's like one of those ones where they play with your emotions. Like when you're playing a video game against somebody and you know that you're better and you let them think they're going to win, and then you monkey stomp them.
Yeah.
There's no other way to describe what happened on Sunday.
Over the years we have talked, is it the coaching? Is it this? Is it that? You know what? I am going to retract what I've always said, right? I said the same thing about Mitch Trubisky. I said, give Justin Fields people. We're great. We have the talent. We don't. We have the
talent. It's
however,
not being shown.
Our defense, I'm calling our defense out. I am calling. We had talked even before we did our first podcast, who are you going to throw the ball to? We have all these weapons. Where's our defense? Now, I understand that we don't have a Ray Lewis. I get that. We don't have a TJ Watt.
Ray Lewis. We don't have a Brian Urlacher.
Right, I'm just saying, I get that.
I mean, Ray Lewis is great, but
where
there's a reason Brian Urlacher is tattooed on my arm.
Yeah, well, I have his name tattooed somewhere else. But anyway, that's a whole other joke. Where is Montez Sweat? Because I can tell you right now, Charles Peanut Tillman would not be in the huddle. He would be he would be giving everybody the business. Where is Montez Sweat saying, where is everybody?
I was going to file a missing persons report on not just Montez Sweat. Where's Brisker? Where's our entire defense? They're non-existent. We bring in Grady Jarrett. Nothing. I mean, Sweat. It looked like he was going to have a sack, and it got called back. But for the first 3 quarters of a Vikings game,
oh my God,
the defense was there. And then
without T.J. Edwards, I'd like to.
Without T.J., without Jalen Johnson, and there's another thing. There is no reason whatsoever he should have played that game.
No,
with the way that they said that. It wasn't just a groin pull. It was an abductor muscle off of the pelvic bone. That's ouch times 10.
But he attempted to play.
And got hurt again and now is out for the entire season.
And you're right. Brian Urlacher, Briggs, Peanut Tillman, they would be like in your face. Mike Brown. They would be in your face. I don't understand. Now, I'm not saying that the Detroit Lions aren't the Detroit Lions. They are. But when I sit there and I watch St. Brown just make 2 people look stupid, hold on. You're not going to stop Jahmyr Gibbs and Montgomery. Well, hold on, the Packers did, and then the Vikings sucked it up. We play everybody, and
we lost to the Vikings by 3 points. And then, what the hell was that?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's just, I have no words for it. And I'm liking Ben Johnson's reaction to it because, like, when they asked him about not going for the to kick it, the field goal.
Yep, I agree.
Detroit doesn't kick field goals. I respect that.
He was honest with it. He was honest because he was part of that for 3 years.
Yeah, he didn't like say, "Oh well." Things like, what do you expect him to do?
Yep. Do you remember when we were sitting here watching? Again, this is just my personal view. Swift scored a touchdown, but he was kind of like, celebrating. I'm thinking like, dude, we're down by fucking 30 points. Like, what are you celebrating for?
Caleb Williams smiling on the sidelines.
Oh, God.
From one sport to another, it reminds me of when the Yankees were up against the Astros in the playoffs, and Aroldis Chapman gives up the home run to Altuve to go to the World Series. And you see Chapman just laughing.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
I mean, I understand there's only so much he can do. There was a line you kept bringing up, which, I'll be straight up, was frustrating the shit out of me, of saying that it was undisciplined.
It's my job, by the way. Anyways.
Undisciplined. I actually like the fact that he didn't give up. Obviously, They took him out in the fourth, but they continue trying to put points on the board.
Yep.
You can get your ass kicked, but you got pride of at least let's make some plays and let's get the touchdown. And they got the second one to Odunze, balled out. But
that's only the fifth time you said balled out. How about one more time?
Balled out.
There you go.
Rome Odunze. We have our new wide receiver one. No offense to DJ Moore,
but I'm glad that you said that, and I want you to come back to what you were just saying. I think you said after the first game, DJ Moore collapsed.
Yes.
After the game,
so he may not have been 100%.
That's what I'm thinking, and you know what? We had questioned why Jalen Johnson went out there. Well, you know what? To me, that's hurt. He got hurt. Okay, but in my opinion, and of course I go back to the 90s and the 80s, you really rally around your person, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm just saying, I know we don't have the players on defense. I thought we did. Our promo, I thought we did, but we don't. And, I want you to continue, because I have a question for you. I want you to continue what you were just saying about, there was no discipline, but there was on offense.
But another missing persons report. Where are our tight ends? Not just Loveland, who's a rookie. I understand he's being acclimated. You've felt the same way about Luther Burden. But where's Kmet? Where's Loveland? Ben Johnson is known for 2 tight end sets, to which open up your wide receivers. Have been nowhere found. We got fooled with the preseason game against Buffalo because the first 2 plays went to Loveland, one down the middle to Kmet. But where are your tight ends? If that is your bread and butter, what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if Ben Johnson forgot that he's the coach of the Chicago Bears now and he's not still on the sidelines of the Detroit Lions, or what. Or, I mean, what we were talking about defense. Where the hell is this Dennis Allen defensive guru?
Yeah. Where?
I mean, is he still in New Orleans? Getting fired? I mean, it makes you question as to, is there a reason why he's been fired everywhere he goes? Because it makes it look good. It's like that. Did he catfish us?
No,
that's the word I'm looking for.
So, just before I ask you a question, because I did put some thought into this.
Okay. That's a scary thought.
I know.
I'm a little afraid. I might need my safe word. I can't say it. If I say it, then everybody's going to know.
I thought we didn't use it. Anyway, so before I ask my question, you had said something to me on Monday, and I want to pose it here. I believe it was Monday. Jadeveon Clowney signed with Dallas, right?
Right after the Dallas game, he signed. After Dallas game, look how bad they make, or how bad their defense was and made the Giants look good. Made Russell Wilson relevant again.
I'm just gonna. Yeah. Hey, Ryan Poles. Yeah. Jeff here. Listen. There's a thing out there called free agents. Get on that. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. Stephon Gilmore's out there. Somebody to help our defense. All right.
Stephon Gilmore. There's James Bradbury, Asante Samuel Jr. You can't. Why haven't we? You haven't even heard of them bringing somebody in.
Not one, except for a kicker. Except for a kicker.
Which that one I'm okay with, because how do you go for one game of kick it out of bounds and you couldn't? And the very first play of the second game, what do? You kick it out of bounds. Yes, there was a penalty, but you could have done that. If you lose your job, I understand, because I'm not mad about it. Not for the longest time, there was questions about Santos, even his first year.
Mm-hmm. No, go ahead. I'm just doing what I'm just doing what our defense does, not paying attention. So I have a question.
You're not wrong.
I have a question for you, because you are the one that knows players.
To an extent, yeah.
You know their social security numbers and their mother's maiden name.
Hey! You're not supposed to give out that information.
Yeah, I know, but the mortgages do, dude. But anyway, so my question to you is, I want you to think about it, because we don't talk about exactly what we're going to do, so I like to surprise them. And sometimes when you see my shoulder dip, it's because it's hanging way down there and I got to grab it. So anyway, that is my job, is to make him do a spit take. Oh, wait. You've never done it on camera. Anyways, so listen. Sunday, 4 o'clock. You, wife, daughter. My wife's going to be here. Dozer, cats. We're going to watch the game.
Yeah.
What do we do? That's my question. What do we do?
Remember how I said last episode about how important this was for Ben Johnson, because he was going up against his old team?
Yep, you said what happens if we won as versus lost and vice versa. Yeah.
This one's equally as important. Because one, we don't want to go 0-3, but who is Dallas Cowboys defensive coordinator?
Oh.
Matt Eberflus.
You mean the guy that said, oh yeah, that 15-yard penalty didn't hurt us against the Washington? Or, yeah, anyway.
And if we go in and get monkey stomped once again against the Dallas Cowboys, and our offense does not look good against their defense, every sideline view is going to be a Matt Eberflus reacting.
Oh, God.
And I don't want to go through that. It's ridiculous. Everybody, they've already talked to Ben Johnson. How do you feel about Matt Eberflus being in some of the offensive meetings to basically say this is what you got?
You see, I saw that, and I don't know if the reporter was just trying to make a name for themselves, but like, duh, like you don't think that anybody from another team, especially another team, is going to be included in a topic? I just thought that was dumb.
This is completely different because, like I said, the first game you were going up, you didn't know what J.J. McCarthy was getting.
Yep.
And J.J. McCarthy played well, even though he got hurt. That's one thing I will give Caleb credit for. Joe Burrow, hurt. Jaden Daniels,
turf
hurt.
Toe. What the fuck is turf toe? That's another segment.
But Jaden Daniels, hurt, may be knocked out.
Yep.
Justin Fields, hurt, is not playing. And now you've got all of these quarterbacks hurt, and Joe, I almost called him Justin Fields, sorry. Caleb Williams has gotten the crap kicked out of him. His offensive line's been a little bit better, but he's still standing upright. But it's just, I'm at such a loss of words of.
So what do we do? What do we do now? I don't understand. We talked about it after the Vikings game. We got away from what worked, the running game, and then you bring in Mungungai, and he's a great compliment. And Roshan, we saw Roshan. We got away from it. However, before you speak, what did we not see? 3rd and 14 wide receiver screen. Thank you. But my question to you is, like, what do we do? I don't think Dallas has a great defense. They traded away their best defender. That's really smart.
Which is, I apologize for cutting you off. Green Bay gave up 2 firsts.
Yeah.
And an aging veteran. Why isn't Montez Sweat in Dallas right now? Because we did it for Khalil Mack.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you do it for Micah Parsons? Rocking the 11, because I don't even know who wears number 11 off the top of my head right now for Chicago.
Yeah.
There
might be
was
Luther
so
Burden
much
this
talk
week
about us going after Micah Parsons. And if you want to say, oh, we didn't want to give up our future.
Are you fucking kidding me? Wait, did we just say the same time?
We did. All right, Vive. But, I mean, and look how Green Bay is looking even better, because it's not their offense that's lighting it up. Their receivers are hurt. I had Jaden Reed on my fantasy team, and he, yeah. I'm with you. And so it's like, what are we doing?
So this is what of course, I get paid. Right, we're still getting paid to do this. Couch GMs, right? And so let's just call it how it is. I don't think Dallas' defense is all that good. I think it's about the same as ours.
They gave up 40 plus points to the Russell Wilson and the New York Giants. They were like 30 seconds away from winning, and Malik Neighbors touchdown.
Love Malik Neighbors. Anyways,
realize we could, the whole you could have had this guy. We could have had Jaden Daniels and Malik Neighbors.
Yeah, and then Caleb Williams would have been sitting home watching the playoffs last year. Anyways, so they have CeeDee Lamb, top 3 wide receiver. You're not. You can't, and there's a reason why he wears number 88. Again, you can't stop. He's going to get his catches. He's going to get his targets. Okay, so who's going to be on him? Tyreek. Oh, great.
Who knows? I mean, in all honesty, that Noshawn or right. That's twice now.
That's twice, man. One more time, we're doing it. Anyways,
played a lot better, because who knows what's going on with Kyler Gordon? He's still hurt.
Yeah.
Obviously, we now know that RJJ is out, and
hey, Ryan Poles, there's free agency out there. Just FYI. Okay, so they have Javonte Williams, who is having an emerging career back in Dallas. Yeah. They also have Pickens.
Who would ever thought saying that about a Dallas running back not named Emmitt Smith?
Yeah,
whatever happened.
Right.
I mean, I know Zeke had his moments, but
so. I honestly think we can take the Cowboys. And I'm going to say it now before I forget. I'm calling it right now. 2019 Chicago. I think we can take them. Yes.
We should take them. And I thought the same thing about going into the Minnesota game.
We're not going to talk
about the score. Because here's also another thing I was worried about, and I heard it on the way here on the radio. Do you know who the player of the week was for week 1?
Javonte Williams?
No, it was J.J. McCarthy. Do you know who the player of the week was week 2? Jared Goff. Oh. What did the two of them have in common?
They played the Bears.
Is Dak going to look like the quarterback everybody's wanted him to? And I hate to say that, but I question it, because until our defense shows up, we have the missing persons report until we may need, something for them to show up. I don't know what. I want to say that we're going to win, but
I think we can. I think we can.
And you were talking about CeeDee Lamb. Who's going to stop George Pickens?
Hopefully the law. Because, George Pickens is going to, probably beat the shit out of a ref. Anyway, but I'm thinking, just hear me, I'm thinking their offensive line sucks.
Yes.
Okay, so I was thinking about this today. Again, I didn't put a lot of thought on this, and we don't really compare notes. He just writes, I love you, little heart, little emojis.
Dude, you got to stop giving out our secrets. But I just can't have that happen.
I know, but our wives should know the secret about us.
Somebody's got to find out. There's a reason why.
But I don't.
Maybe it's because being Bears fans, we're glutton for punishment. That's why we work so well.
Maybe. I think in all, we had already said that DJ might be a little dinged up. I think if you watch the highlights and stuff, he was not running his traditional. And if he's hurt and he's out there playing, I want to respect it. I don't think George Pickens is this great receiver. However, you throw the ball to him, he will catch it. But CeeDee Lamb is great. They don't have a tight end. Their run game, Javonte Williams right now, like I said, is resurging himself as
I think we did okay with stopping the run because Aaron Jones didn't tear us up.
Yeah.
I mean, not Aaron Jones.
Jamar Gibbs.
Yeah.
David Montgomery.
I mean, they made their plays because it's what our defense did, but it wasn't 80-yard runs and shit like that. And,
no, it was just passes.
Yeah. St. Brown.
I'm
a dama ding dong.
You're not whipping your ding dong out. This is a
family. Yeah, and don't forget about Jameson Williams. That one where he pretty much could have sat down, eaten some lunch, and take a nap, and he still caught it and had time to, contemplate the meaning of life before a defensive player even got close to him.
But so the thing that I've talked about the first two shows, we were doing this, and we got away from it. I mean, I don't know where our revamped O-line went. There was some bullshit penalties. Come on. You got to stop calling that shit against us. Holy crap.
But, I mean...
come on.
Our offensive line is like... We're not Philly where we get away with offsides, but that's a whole...
Yeah. But what game was it where... Was it Goff or somebody who got horse collar tackled, and we said,
on our first return.
Yeah, and the guy got horse collar. Like, holy, that's not a fucking penalty. Holy. Now again, as fans, we are going to want those calls. We're going to say, hey, they were like, Caleb Williams got tackled. The guy's arm was around his neck, but you're supposed to be protecting the quarterback. Now, if it was Mahomes, oh my God,
flag.
Just saying.
Flag.
Saying.
If it was Lamar, if it was Josh, I don't know. Maybe Caleb hasn't created that much equity with the refs or the checked-in cash. I don't know because the refs are quite suspect. When you've got the commentators questioning the penalties that you've been given.
Yeah. So. I'm with you. So you were talking about the missing persons report, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I wanna combine that with what I had said earlier about, or with Rome Odunze. Usually a player hypes somebody up. Rome Odunze, like you said, balled out. That's 7.
But what about Rome Odunze balling out?
That's 8.
Player of the game.
Rome Odunze balled out.
Even in a loss, he was the player of the game.
Balled out. Nobody ate off that. Nobody
except for Caleb, but except that stupid interception. That's all another show.
See, when we first saw that, my first thought was like, what the fuck? All you gotta do is throw him out. He was running, and I don't know. I'm going to give him a pass on that. I mean, yeah, it happened, but we could sit here and talk about DeAndre Swift's fumble, the second drive.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It was funny. If you guys could have seen us sitting on the couch watching the game, we went from to...
Yeah, the picture of the fan,
yeah,
which is currently in our thumbnail for this episode. That look summarized the entire way I felt watching that game. Because I'm like, yeah, first play we answered with a touchdown. Second half we opened with a touchdown. Because that's something that I'll give us credit for. They talked about that in the first game, how bad we were on scoring on first drives. We've scored a touchdown in the first drive of both games. So everybody wanting to point fingers at Caleb. It's kind of getting old. Mm-hmm. But yes, he made the stupid interception. But Caleb Williams was responsible for 3 touchdowns.
Yep.
The defense gave up a 50-burger. Our defense in 2 games has given up 73 points. How you can have Patrick Mahomes, this current Patrick Mahomes, we have the same record as the Chiefs. There's a smile moment. But you can have the great Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Joe Montana. It's not going to matter if your defense can't stop a runny nose. They're like a freaking colander. The water's just seeping through, and it's straight bullshit.
And once again, he just used the word I have no idea. I'm going to research it. What the hell do you use?
A colander. My wife always counds me the way I say it. You know when you're making spaghetti, you pour it in there, let the water seep out? It's colander.
A strainer?
It's a colander. Please, somebody co-sign on this for me or something.
Okay. But anyways, now, however, I just want to say I want to piggyback up. If it was Tom Brady, if it was Patrick Mahomes,
we would have got flagged.
No, hold on. They would not be on the sideline smiling. They would be up talking. Now, I don't know if Caleb Williams.
That's just not.
I just don't know if that's in him. But there was when Tyson Bagent came in and it panned to the sideline. And I was pissed about it. Caleb Williams had his helmet like this.
Well, he was listening to.
Right, but I'm just saying, if you're willing to do that in a 30-point blowout, why are you not going over to your offensive line, right, and your receivers and your backs and saying, hey, what's going on? Is it my cadence? Is it this? Do you guys want me to audible out of this? What don't you feel comfortable doing?
He's starting to vindicate all of the self-entitlement talk that everybody's given him. And I'm still in the kid's corner as to that he can make it happen if everything else starts to get in line, because until they figure out the defense. We used to be defense first, offense suck. Now it's our offense is making plays, but our defense non-existent.
So, I don't know the stats like you, but I think
it's like a screen door on the Titanic.
I get that reference. And and it's a battleship, by the way. So
the Titanic, it sank.
Yeah, I know. We'll talk off camera. But I don't know. Caleb Williams was what? 15 for, I don't know what he was. 2 touchdowns.
No. Yes.
Right? So he had, and plus he ran the ball. And he led the other touchdown. Sure, there were some missed throws, but I think DJ was dinged up. But anyways, so he had a solid game except for that one
stupid interception.
Okay. Now there was times that there was false start penalties. How can you constantly come back from 1st and 15, 2nd and 15? They shut our run game down, but Caleb Williams still had a pretty decent game, right?
The stats were there. It's just the other side of the ball didn't hold up, because we would have had 21 points. And I heard on watching on Sportsmanlike on ESPN them talk about Micah Parsons said all the offense has to do is score 21 points, and they're going to win.
Yeah.
We scored 21 points, but we gave up 50. I mean, what are we going to do?
I'm just bringing up stats because, okay, so right now, through 2 games, and I'm sorry, I thought the offensive line was going to be better, but whatever. Caleb Williams is averaging right around 209 yards passing, okay? He's got
60.
He's got 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, so he's got a 3-to-1 ratio.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the reason why I wanted to do this, if it was Jalen Hurts.
Well, thank you for leading into that about Jalen Hurts.
You're welcome.
It's a question as to what's going on with the coaching, because did you know Jalen Hurts has no passing touchdowns right now?
What?
He has not thrown 1 passing touchdown yet this season.
Oh.
And they're 2-0.
But is he? But he's Jalen Hurts.
I mean, what's the difference? Our defense.
Yep. But so the reason why I wanted to bring it up, and this is just me, my personal opinion. I told you he's averaging 209 yards. He has a 3-to-1 ratio, and he ran a touchdown in, right? Yep.
Yes, he ran one in, and he almost ran in a second one, but went out of bounds.
So if this was Jalen Hurts or Lamar Jackson or Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen, oh my God, they'd be MVP. But because it's Caleb Williams,
Justin Herbert in L.A. I mean, everybody's bragging about how well he's playing, and the stat line is not that much different.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think as fans, we want 350 yards passing for a touchdown
because we've been so thirsty for a top quarterback. We've had running backs or we've been defense, and there are games where our defense won it for us, and I mean that makes sense. Even if I watched the 30-30 for the 85 Bears, even that team, it was more their defense than Jim McMahon.
Jim McMahon didn't pass for 35
He was
yards.
A game manager. He didn't make mistakes.
Willie Gault didn't have 100 yards rushing. You know, Walter Payton, best running back ever at Walter Payton. I don't care. I don't care what Emmitt Smith's stats are. Walter Payton, I just want to say this real quick. Walter Payton did not have a Hall of Fame offensive line like some other people. So Walter Payton, yeah, you're right. But because everybody believed in everybody.
Yes, and they made it an entire team where our defense is just going to beat them up, and then our offense just puts points on the board. I guarantee you, unless you're a diehard Bears fan, you cannot name one wide receiver from the 85 Bears. Unless you're a diehard fan.
Okay. I was like,
you know Walter Payton, you know Jim McMahon because of the personality that he was. But as far as the offensive side of the ball, there's not many players that you know who they are because the 85 Bears were the monsters of the Midway, where the Super Bowl MVP, Richard Dent, defense. It was
best
like, which one are you going to pick?
All time. I don't care about the Baltimore Ravens. I don't care. Whatever. Different era. It's different era.
No, forget that.
No.
I'm sorry. I'm going to stop you right there. That whole it's a different era thing.
No. You put the 85 Bears in the era that the Ravens defense, we would have had 200 sacks. Those pansy ass, whatever. That's what I'm saying. No. The Ravens
they just wouldn't be able to play today because they would have had a penalty called on them just for looking at the guy.
Exactly. So you put the 85 Bears on the 2000 Ravens whatever, and they were like, oh, the great defense. You put the 85 Bears in that era. Yeah, you'll see. Yeah. I'm just saying. Yeah. But anyway, so the first show I said we were going to blow them up because, well, it's Ben Johnson. We went out and got Luther Burn. We got Loveland. We got this. This is what we're going to do. Okay, and then I said, okay, I think we're going to bounce back, and I honestly think we're going to play, or we're going to win 2019 because Ben Johnson told the reporter, practice is not that of a championship caliber defense. Now, our previous coach would have been like, we're just going to look over some film. We're going to see how things are. No, Ben Johnson is telling it exactly like it is.
And I like that.
Me
fact
too.
that he called out how they are at practice. Yeah, we're going to go AI. We're talking about practice.
I wanted to do it.
No, practice?
You say you're sorry?
I'm not going to. You can't make me. But AI is my second favorite basketball player of all time. I'm taking it.
We talking about practice?
Practice.
Not a game.
Not a game.
Not
the game that I die for. Practice.
Not the game
How am I make my teammates better by practice? By fucking showing up. It's ridiculous. If a first-time coach, yes, he's trying to establish his own culture and stuff like that. And the offense, which was the liability, is playing better. That's the kicker of this. I'll say it once. I'll say it again. I'll say it a third time.
Damn.
The offense is making plays when they have a chance to make plays. Caleb wasn't like his rookie year where he was running for his life and he threw to somebody just because they happened to make a play.
He's doing his checkdowns. Yep.
He's making plays. That first drive, touchdown. The second drive was kind of decent where we stopped them from scoring because everybody says, the first 15.
Scripted. So stupid to me. Yes.
Just make plays.
Yep.
And then stop them from scoring. Your first drive, Detroit scored in 5 plays.
Yep.
5 times. 5 times. All wrestling fans, you understand what I'm saying.
I was going to say, isn't that Booker T?
Yes.
Okay. And his brother.
But the 5-time was when he was just by himself.
Yeah. But, again, when the offensive line failed, Williams was scrambling. He was running for his life.
And yes, he was looking downfield and was throwing it. There was a couple of ones that Rome had a chance to catch and bounced off his hands. There was a couple of those. But
you know what a quarterback and wide receiver do? Like, if the wide receiver is to do a square in, right, and it's deep or a skinny post, if he sees his quarterback running, come back to him.
Yes.
Help your quarterback out. I mean, again, I can't play in the NFL. One, because I'm 50, and I don't have an agent, and, well, I'm only 5'8". But anyways, 9, if I stand on my computer. But...
I have no words.
Yeah. So I guess I'll take over the show. But
I'm just looking up a few stats.
Yep.
Continue.
That's Pornhub.
Dude, shush.
But anyways, if you're running your route and you see that you have to break off, come back to him, because if you're here, the defender's behind you, right? If he touches you, it could potentially be defensive pass interference. Don't continue on your route. Come back, help your quarterback. Because a 5-yard completion is better than 3rd and 10. I'm just saying.
Even though a couple of times wouldn't matter because Braxton Jones was getting penalties to offsides and holding. It just,
yeah.
I'm at a loss for words on the way I feel. I feel like, again, we were catfished because I don't know if the real Ben Johnson just hasn't woken up yet, because we've yet to see in the regular season this offensive guru we've been talking about, but it's kind of hard to do so and field a complete team when you're not only you're behind, but you're behind multiple touchdowns.
Yep.
Because Dennis Allen needs to pull his big boy pants up and do something, because I never like to see anybody lose their job, but it's starting to ask questions. There's a couple of people that, as part of the missing persons report, that are really starting to question. And one of them hurts my soul because he's a local boy. We upstate New Yorkers. Ryan Poles, what are you doing?
Yep.
Because everybody's criticizing your draft picks, except for Rome, because he's balling out again. But Shamar Turner hasn't played yet. You drafted a guy that you knew wasn't going to get to play at all. Monungai really hasn't had a chance to show anything. And your free agents, DeAndre Swift, right now you're ranked fourth from the bottom in the entire league as far as running, which to part of me is confused about that, because he had 12 carries and he averaged 5.3 yards a carry. His longest run was for 20 yards. What happened to you? You were good out of the backfield, but Ryan Poles has had way too many questions. That's uncomfortable question number one. Do we need to go to a different direction? But I know he got hurt, so don't think bad of me for asking this question. We paid Jalen Johnson. He decided he wanted more and really didn't show up in training camp. He gets hurt. He plays, he got hurt. When is the time to question of, do we go a different direction, whether in bringing in a free agent like Gilmore or Bradley or anybody? Or do we endure with whatever, get that high pick, and pick the best lockdown corner in college football and say, thanks.
Okay.
Kyler Gordon can easily, if he's on the field because he hasn't played yet, become that number one corner as he was doing. Do we need to go another direction?
So, with that, we've questioned Montez Sweat. We signed him to a big contract. Can we unload him for draft picks and like a diamond in the rough? I don't know. I mean,
I don't see any reason why not.
So do you remember? Was it last year? Whatever we said. If Caleb Williams does not succeed with this talent, so now I have to question with that. Why did we go on and get Loveland? Why did we get Luther Burden?
Because if Loveland is what the analyst, I'm
Because
not saying that
Tyler Warren is eating it up.
But he also has a quarterback that is
Yep.
throwing it around. And I'm not saying there's a difference in it. It's just, but I heard an idea, and I want to kick this off to you about dumping Sweat. Would you call Cincinnati and say you basically threw Trey Hendrickson a 1-year deal so you don't have to extend him, trade him to us, we'll give you similar to what Dallas got for Parsons? Because with Joe Burrow out,
yep.
Cincinnati needs to do something to build for their future, but
would Cincinnati eat the contract of Montez Sweat?
Who says you have to give Sweat? Oh,
I'm sorry. Sorry, you
throw in picks. If you're going to throw in another player, throw in one of the young talents that it hurts me to say this because I talked about him. Give him Austin Booker.
Can you trade an injured player?
I don't know. So if with Cincinnati, does it matter?
So basically, Trey Henderson is on a prove-it deal.
He hasn't played yet. Give him Shamar Turner. And then draft somebody else next year.
But if we're going to have a high draft pick, now this is where his expertise comes in. I mean, you're still expert in the bit. Don't worry about it. Who? This is my job, everyone. This is my job to make him lose character. This is my job.
Jesus.
Who is in the college defense?
Defense, I'm not sure. I got to reach out to my buddy's nephew from the Pins and Woods podcast. He did some things, but unfortunately, he's bettering himself by moving to the other side of the freaking country. But.
Oh, okay. But I mean, so if we were in the top 5, we need a cornerback, or do we go with a linebacker? Because I think Edmonds and T.J. Edwards is on their way out because, Sewell. Oh my God, that guy balls out. Sorry.
The only one that balls out right now is Robidoux. But get it right. We can only have one a week. Oh gosh.
But no, I'm saying, but Sewell is what? He's all over the goddamn place, right? And
it's something in the bloodline because his brother's, doing well. I'm not going to use the line because I said you couldn't. But
okay. But I'm just saying, Edmonds isn't Edmonds from Buffalo when we signed him 4 years ago.
T.J. Edwards or Edmonds. Edwards is not what's going on from Philly. They got to figure out something because, one, we need another edge rusher because apparently Montez Sweat can't do what he was known for without having somebody else on the other side.
Yep.
Do you call wherever the hell Chase Young went and said, does he need him again?
Saints, I think. Yep.
I don't even know.
Why not? Well, he's only been in the league, 7-8 years? He still got some tread on the tires.
And I'm not saying he can't. It's just everybody else seems to figure shit out.
Except for Chicago.
And it's really frustrating as to, well, you could have taken this guy went that way, this guy went that way, and
I'm sorry.
Not Chase Young.
Sorry. He is in New Orleans.
Yeah.
He's only 26 years old.
Really?
Yeah, he's only 26.
Gosh, damn. He's the same age as Micah.
And he's 6'5". Come on. Why not? Pair him back with Montez Sweat. Why not?
And if Dennis Allen coached him last year.
Yep.
So,
because our other edge rusher isn't doing anything. But the number 69, the guy, the name we can't pronounce.
Pasagang.
Order in Chinese. I'm just saying. So if it's not working, switch it up.
Which they keep saying that some lineup changes are going to happen, just like Ozzy Trapillo.
Yeah,
should be our starting left tackle. Why he wasn't given a shot from the beginning, but it is what it is. Darnell Wright, he's had a couple of penalties, but apparently he's doing well stat-wise. But it's going to be a null point until our defense wakes the fuck up.
Because if we could stop people, think about it. If we could stop Detroit on 2 of those possessions, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now we're not getting blown up by 30. We're I'm just saying. You played sports. If you're getting blown out of 30, you're just kind of like, But what if you make stops?
The Minnesota game, we stopped them on
the 2-point conversion.
But I can't even reference anything from the Detroit game because as far as the defense, they didn't do a damn thing. Nope. Nothing other than roll out the carpet for the receivers to score touchdowns.
Yeah. And
right now, Roma Dunze and St. Brown are tied for the number of touchdowns, and he had 3 in the game. Rome's balling out. Say it again. But Caleb making his mistakes, but he's playing well enough to where he's making plays.
I definitely see
our running backs gone. Our tight ends nowhere to be found. Our defense, like I said, can't stop a runny nose. So until we figure out something, I want to say we're going to win, especially since, it's Dallas, and there's a lot of people that I'm friends with that hate Dallas, including my best friend is an Eagles fan. But I don't want to have to listen to a couple of people I work with talk trash because the Cowboys won. And my boss is a Packers fan. You know how many times he's clowned me with the way they're playing versus the way we're playing?
But you're right. And I know we're getting close to the time. You're right. Everybody else figures it out. Why not Chicago?
The Raiders figured it out. Except for the few teams that are 0-2. And some of them, like I said, smiling fact that we have the same record as the Chiefs, but those are 2 completely different teams.
Yep.
Ben Johnson obviously isn't going to go anywhere, but he needs to wake them up because he's not going anywhere. Who's the first person that could possibly go? Obviously, your GM. They're going to send him packing, which I don't want it to happen. Again, local boy. But then you really got to ask the questions of, is Caleb the guy? Because Ben Johnson didn't pick him, so he's not married to having Caleb as his quarterback. Do you go another direction? Do you pull an Arizona and draft a replacement? But if you're going to have a high pick, there's other needs that we have. That's the first thing I hope we don't make the mistake of, we need to replace him because your players, it's what everybody expects.
We got to give Caleb this year and all of next year because his first rookie year, 3 offensive coordinators, 3 offensive or head coaches.
3 OCs, 2 head coaches.
2 head coaches. Okay,
One of them we're playing this week.
Right. And so, you're just going to ruin a quarterback if you keep on just bringing in, swapping out,
That's what everybody we got a few minutes we got a little bit of time left. I want to ask you one question. And they brought it up on the radio today. The whole Tom Brady thing.
Oh, yeah.
No. Does that bother you at all that Tom Brady is going to be calling that game, watching what we do, talking to our coaches or any of the players? Do you know we play the Raiders next week?
Yeah. To answer your question, no. Now, we all know that he has stake in the Raiders. Obviously, good for him,
And it's helped them out with making decisions.
But I've watched games with Tom Brady calling it, and I think he is. What's the word I'm looking for? I think he. I don't think he shows favoritism. I think he.
I'm not talking about how he calls the game.
Oh, you mean
I'm talking about getting the knowledge from the team. His team is going to play next week. Of the fact that there's no reason why he should be calling that game. Put a different commentating team in the booth, which you can easily do, but there is no reason why
now I see
a person that has effect on the team we're playing next week has anything to do with this game.
So if I was Ben Johnson and everybody, I'd just tell them lies.
But
tell them lies. Be like, yeah, we're just going to come out, we're just going to run the ball, we're going to run the ball, or
But he's still going to be watching the game.
Yeah.
So if Caleb does great doing this play, he's going to be able to tell Pete Carroll, hey, watch out for this.
But is that allowed? That's not allowed, though.
How do you know it? That the NFL is like turned an eye to Brady of, you can't be in production meetings year one and then year two. Okay, you can do that now. You can talk to coaches, players, whoever you want. And if I was the Bears, I would have a huge issue with you letting somebody that has stake in the team commentate that game. You could say, yeah, it's okay for you to be in there, but not on a game for a team you're playing next week.
That's a valid point. Yeah.
So that frustrates me of the fact that the NFL is letting an insider into the clubhouse and have access to what may work for us, and then say next week, look for this, look for that, blah, 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 bing, bang, boom. But yes, it's Tom Brady, and they're going to let him do whatever.
Yeah, no, valid point. That's valid. That's solid. Yeah.
So I had to get that off my chest of, it matters how we play on the field, but when you've got somebody with the intellect, because Tom Brady has got intellect, he's got the drive of making something he's part of better than it is. And the Raiders were not far off from us. Ben Johnson picked us over the Raiders. He could have had either job. He picked us. Right now, he's not looking so good because of a lot of factors. But then you give, this is what he's doing. Watch out for it.
Yep. No, agreed.
I'm not okay with that.
No, agreed. And I never even thought about that. So, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So, was Tony Romo busy? And I'm not even sure if he's Fox or whatever. I still think Greg Olsen should be there, no matter how much he criticizes our team. But he's a former player.
Yep.
Makes sense.
Yep.
But, so, again, what's your final score prediction?
2019 us.
2019 us. Obviously, I failed math last week. So, this week, I'm going to say...
What about in ninth grade? Oh, go ahead, sorry. My bad.
We don't want to talk about that. So, hold on. My wife's calling. I'll give you a call right back.
Wow, you just hung up on us.
I didn't hang up on my wife.
Shit.
We're finished.
Hello, Ben. He was like, oh, wait, she's going to watch this.
Dude.
Ladies and gentlemen, just,
it was nice knowing you.
Will White will not be with us anymore. I will just put a prop up here.
It was nice knowing you while you're in, but no. So I'm gonna go. Sadly enough, I'm gonna go the opposite direction until we show something. So I'm gonna go 24-21, and Aubrey is gonna kick an 800-yard field goal to win the game. And, I mean, we might make it look good, but in the end, our defense is going to shit the bed again and let them kick the field goal. But it's not going to be their defense that wins it. It's not going to be our offense that gives it up. It's going to be on the leg of Aubrey.
Okay.
So,
well, we'll be here watching it, so.
Please prove me wrong.
Yep. So
I can ask. But for everybody that tuned in, watched our episode, thank you. Don't forget to follow, like, subscribe. We've got some great comments. Please keep that coming, and we'll see you next week, hopefully in better moods.
Well, He won't be here because
you saw how much I drank that quick because
I'll be attending a funeral, so we might not have a show.
Are you seriously?
You hung up on your wife. I'm just gonna keep doing it because he doesn't realize we're still recording.
No, I realize it. I didn't know if you're being serious.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, you're killing me.
See what just before I hang up, what you guys don't realize. See over here, he's starting to sweat a little bit because he knows what's coming.
Oh, I'll be calling immediately. Matter of fact, I might as well start calling her.
Okay. So listen, everybody, while he goes and buys flowers for his wife, this has been Bears Bros Podcast. I am one half of your host, J Dubs.
And I am Big Will.
Thank you all for tuning in, and I will put on here where you can send flowers.
Bear down.
Bear down.
Peace.
Let's go. You can hit stop.